Have you ever thought about what the ideal financial investment would look like, what its characteristics would be, and how those characteristics compare to some of the things that you're doing to move forward financially and saving for the future? Well, we're going to take a minute today and we're going to show you what we think an ideal financial investment or product should look like. And then we'll give you that comparison. You can kind of see where you're at with some of the things that you're doing. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the ideal investment. We're starting with risk. We believe that the ideal investment would have no risk. And so we would not want any risk in that financial investment. The next thing is, how about guarantees? Would you like some guarantees? We think that there should be some guarantees. Would you like tax deductions? When you put money into that account, would you like to get a tax deduction on your tax return? And we think that would be fabulous if you could do that. How about tax deferred? Meaning all the money inside would be growing free from tax while it's accumulating. And then the next one is very important. That is tax free. Wouldn't you like to have all the withdrawals from that account, that ideal investment, come out completely free from income tax? We think that that would be a very excellent thing. So how about liquidity, use, and control? In other words, can you get at the money? Is it available to you? Are there restrictions to keep you from getting it? Well, we don't think there should be any restrictions. And so there should be no penalties. That's the next category. So you need accessibility and no penalties for withdrawals. How about protection? Meaning, should you ever get sued? Would you like your ideal investment to be protected from creditors? And we think that that would be something that you would very much want, because in today's society, there's a lot of people getting sued for a lot of different reasons, and you want to protect your wealth. And wealth transfers. You know, at some point in time, you and your significant other are going to pass away, and you're going to want to leave your estate to your heirs, at least whatever's left of it that you haven't spent. And you would want that transfer to your heirs to also be free from income tax. So this is what the ideal investment looks like from our standpoint. There may be some other things you do want to consider, but we think that these are pretty important. Now, let's take a look at the most common investment or financial tool that people are using, and that is IRAs and 401ks. You know, the vast majority of people are using our 401ks as their primary retirement vehicle. And so let's see how that stacks up against the ideal investment. So we're looking at risk. Is there risk? The answer is yes. How about guarantees? There's no guarantees. Yes, the payments are tax deductible and the growth is tax deferred, but you can't get the money out tax free. It's taxed when it comes out. So you can see here in the very standard common retirement planning tool that there's a lot of red, there's only a couple of yeses, and there's a couple of maybes in that's the yellow. But there's a lot of things that are not part of an ideal. How about we take a look at stocks, bonds, and mutual funds? These are accounts that are not in your qualified plan. They're not in your IRA. They're not in your 401k. So you see, again, lots of red, very little green, one little yellow there. There may be penalties, maybe not, depending upon the actual product that you've purchased. So you can see in just these two things that are typical for the vast majority of people planning for the future and investing, that they don't match up very well with the ideal. Well, we'd like to take the time to visit with you and teach you how to identify the ideal financial investment processes and then begin to implement them in your favor. And so we'd love to have an opportunity to talk with you more. There's other categories and we can go through those. Maybe you've got some real estate, maybe you've got an annuity, and each one of those lines up a little bit differently with the ideal, but none of them are perfect. But there's a couple of things out there that are almost perfect. Not quite, but almost perfect. And we'd like to take the time to sit down with you and show you what those are and how they might be integrated into what you're doing. So if you'll take a minute and click on the link below, you'll be able to schedule a free, no obligation, 30-minute consultation with us so we can help you identify how to take advantage of the characteristics of the ideal financial investment. And we want to take the time to really help you maximize the efficiency of everything that you're doing. So click on the link below, schedule your free, no obligation, 30-minute consultation, and we we will help you move forward financially. While you're at it, one of the things you could also do, if you'd like, we've done a lot of educational videos in our financial education library. If you click on the other link that's below, you'll be able to register to have access to those videos. There's no cost, but there's a lot of great information in there. So if you click on that link, we think you'll be happy that you did, because there's a ton of really great information. And last but not least, we have a YouTube channel. If you take a minute and click on the subscribe button, you'll have access to many of our recent videos and past, but all the future ones coming forward. So we look forward to sitting down with you and helping you. So please schedule that free 30-minute, no obligation consultation so that we can help you move forward financially. And thanks again for listening.